Good morning. I am 5 minutes earlier today. As usual, if you're watching in recording, you're welcome to fast forward to the beginning of the actual practice or stay with us through our hellos. Good morning, Gina. Hope you had a nice Thanksgiving. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Ari. All right, it is time for us to start. And today we will continue exploring forgiveness and take a look at how we can cultivate forgiveness toward ourselves. That's a big one, right? The word resentment means to feel again. Each time we repeat to ourselves a story of how we've been wronged, we feel again in our body and mind the anger at being violated. But often enough, our resentment of others reflects our resentment of ourselves. When someone rejects us, he or she might be reinforcing a view that we already hold, that we are not good enough, not kind enough, not lovable enough. When we release our blaming thoughts, we are not pushing away any responsibility. Feeling guilty and bad about ourselves for something we've done might just temporarily restrain us from doing harm, but ultimately, blaming and hating ourselves only leads to further harmful actions. We can't punish ourselves into being a good person. Only by holding ourselves with the compassion of forgiveness do we experience our goodness and respond to our circumstances with wisdom and care. I mentioned it many times before, but it's worth repeating again. There is this bumper sticker that I love that says, "Lord, help me see myself the way my dog sees me." Lord, help me see myself the way my dog sees me. We might ask ourselves, what makes our dog happy to see us? Even if the answer is that he just wants to get fed or walked, our animal's appreciation of our constancy reflects an aspect of us that is worthy. The practice of looking through the eye of one who loves us can be a very powerful and surprisingly direct way to remember our own beauty and goodness. And through the simple practice of seeing our own goodness, we undo the deeply rooted habits of blame and self-hate that keep us feeling isolated and unworthy. And the contemporary Indian master Bapuji lovingly reminds us to cherish this goodness in this poem. My beloved child, break your heart no longer. Each time you judge yourself, you break your own heart. You stop feeding on the love which is the wellspring of your vitality. The time has come, your time to live, to celebrate, and to see the goodness that you are. Let no one, no thing, no idea or ideal obstruct you. If one comes, even in the name of truth, forgive it for its unknowing. Do not fight. Let go and breathe into the goodness that you are. So now let's do a formal practice of forgiving ourselves. As usual, take a comfortable position and take a few moments to settle in, to notice all the circumstances of your practice today, starting with the external circumstances, the sounds, the sensations of the outside world, and gradually zooming in on your inner world. How are you feeling today, really? Allow your breath to be soft and easy and completely uncontrolled. Simply observe how this breath flows in and out of your body. As you do this, with each inhale, invite ease into your body, mind, and heart. And with each exhale, trustingly lean into the support of the ground. Select the primary anchor for this practice. It can be your breath or any sensation in your body that is easy for you to come back to every time you notice that you've been distracted and not in the here and now. And now bring to mind some aspect of yourself that feels unforgivable. Perhaps you can't forgive yourself for being a judgmental and controlling person, or for how you've hurt others. You might hate yourself for being cowardly, for not taking the risks that might make your life more fulfilling. You might not be able to forgive how you're ruining your life with an addictive behavior. You might feel disgust for your mental obsessions or feelings of jealousy. Sense what feels so bad about your unforgivable behavior, emotion, or way of thinking. How does it make you feel about yourself? How does it prevent you from being happy? Allow yourself to feel the pain that makes you want to push away the addictive, insecure, or judgmental part of yourself. This part of yourself that feels unforgivable. And now take a few moments to explore more deeply. What is driving this unacceptable part of your being? For example, if you've been addicted to food, nicotine, or alcohol, what need are you trying to satisfy? What fear are you trying to soothe? When you're judging others, are you feeling fearful yourself? If you've wounded another person, did you act out of hurt and insecurity, out of the need to feel power or safety? As you become aware of the underlying wants and fears, allow yourself to feel them directly in your body, heart, and mind. And as you do this, begin to offer a sincere message of forgiveness to whatever feelings, thoughts, or behaviors you are rejecting in yourself. You might mentally whisper the words, "I see how I've caused myself suffering, and I choose to forgive myself now." I see how I've caused myself suffering, and I choose to forgive myself now. Or you might simply offer yourself one word: forgiven, forgiven. Whatever arises as you do this practice, whether it's fear or judgment, shame or grief, meet it with the message of forgiveness. Allow the hurt to untangle in the openness of a forgiving heart. As you practice this, maybe you feel that you are just going through the motions and are not actually capable of forgiving yourself. Or you might believe you don't deserve to be forgiven. Or you might be afraid that if you forgive yourself, you'll just do the same thing again. Or maybe you feel that if you really open and forgive yourself, you'll come face to face with an intolerable truth about yourself. If these doubts and fears arise as you do this practice, acknowledge and accept them with compassion. And then say to yourself, it is my intention to forgive myself when I'm able. Remember, your intention to forgive is the seed of forgiveness. And this willingness will gradually relax and open your heart. It is my intention to forgive myself when I am able. As you go through your day today, I invite you to practice forgiveness informally throughout the day. Whenever you realize that you are judging yourself or another person harshly, maybe you can pause and become aware of the thoughts and feelings of blaming. Take a few moments to connect with the wants or fears that are driving your judgment. And then begin extending to yourself or another person whatever message of forgiveness feels most natural to you. As always, key here is trusting the process and being patient with yourself. With practice, your intention to love fully will blossom into a truly forgiving heart. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a beautiful day. and I will see you tomorrow.